Sometimes you just gotta sit in the car
and let the rain wash it all away.
Let it pour.
Wash the chrome. Navigating through the storm. Let it pour. Wash the chrome. Navigating through the storm.
Yeah.
Never do this.
Sitting in the driver's seat, watching the wiper blades, thinking about the choices and the sacrifices made. City looks peaceful when it's soaked in the rain. Washes all the blood and it numbs all the pain. Neon signs reflecting in the puddles on the street. I'm finding my sanctuary right inside the beat. Ain't nowhere to be, ain't nobody to see. Just a moment of silence for a sinner like me. The hustle never stops, but tonight I take a pause. Tired of the violence and the breaking of the laws. Let the water cleanse the dirt off the chrome. Long way to go, but I'm finally heading home. I don't hold grudges, I let the anger release. The ultimate luxury is in the peace. Keep the window cracked, smell the ozone in the air. Whisper in the quiet in the solitary prayer.
Let it pour. Let it pour. Wash the chrome. Navigating through the storm. Navigating through the storm. Let it pour. Wash the chrome. Navigating through the storm.
Yeah. My soul is exhausted from the constant paranoia. Trusting nobody, not the judge or the lawyer. Everybody wearing masks, playing different roles, selling out their brothers just to reach their goals. But tonight the rain makes everybody equal. No heroes, no villains, ain't no sequel. Just humans trying not to drown in the flood, trying to keep the water from mixing with the blood. I turn the radio dial, find a classic groove. Let the bass line tell me how I need to move. Sometimes the greatest strength is sitting still, looking out the window, looking at the hill. When the city goes to sleep and the sirens wail, I'm the one who writes the ending to the untold tale. No medals for the change, no parades in the town, just a man pulling himself up from the ground.
Listen to the drop. It's the city crying for everything we lost.
Wash it clean, start over tomorrow.
Let it pour. Wash the chrome. Navigating through the storm. Navigating through the storm. Let it pour. Wash the chrome. Navigating through the storm. Navigating through the storm.
Breathe deep, breathe deep, breathe deep. Leave the heavy sins behind. Make it home.
Navigating through the storm. It ain't a coincidence.
It ain't a coincidence that the liquor stores outnumber the grocery stores. It's a design.
Welcome to the maze. Break the walls, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Break the walls, see the trap. Wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, we built to survive.
Yeah.
Beat the odds.
Yeah.
Look at the architecture of the neighborhood design. Everything is calculated, heavily aligned. Liquor on every corner, pawn shops in between, feeding the addiction of the metropolitan machine. The schools are underfunded, the textbooks falling apart, crushing the ambition right directly from the start. They push us in the corner, throw a weapon in the cage, watch us annihilate each other in the blind rage. Then they turn the cameras on and call us animals and thugs, blaming the community for the the violence and the drugs. It's a multi-billion-dollar penitentiary complex, treating human beings like they just another flex. I see the invisible bars, I see the grand scheme, waking up the brothers from the fabricated dream. We fighting the war against an enemy unseen, operating quietly behind the digital screen. Break the walls, see the trap, wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Break the walls, see the trap, wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Yeah, beat the odds. Yeah, gentrify the block, push the original people out, replacing the culture with the avocado sprout. Raising up the rent until the families gotta move, erasing the historical and the generational groove. It's an economic cleansing, subtle and polite, happening right in front of the blind in city light. But I refuse to be a victim, refuse to be erased. I'm standing my ground in this geographical space. I'm organizing dollars, buying back the property, breaking the invisible chains of the modern slavery. We gotta pool the resources, build our own economy, reclaiming the heavily disputed autonomy. If they don't give us a seat at the table, we build our own, carving a new empire straight out of the stone. The odds are stacked heavy, the mountain is steep, but the resilience of my people is incredibly deep. You can't beat the maze. You can't beat the maze. Off the borders on the sociological map. Break the walls, see the trap, wiping off the borders on the sociological map. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Engineered to fail, but we built to survive. Beat the odds, beat the odds. See the trap for what it is and walk right out of it.
It ain't personal, it's just arithmetic, calculate the risk. It ain't personal, it ain't personal. It ain't. Count the cost, embrace the frost, navigating where the souls are lost. Count the cost, embrace the frost, navigating where the souls are lost. Keep the math clean, never cross the boss. Keep the math clean, never cross the boss. Yeah, never cross the boss. I look at the block like an intricate equation, operating smoothly through a heavy altercation. Minus the emotion, multiply the revenue. Only keeping absolute professionals in the crew. They crying about the struggle, crying about the heavy pain. I am extracting water from the unforgiving rain. You add a little weakness, it subtracts the overall. I'm standing like a monument, refusing to fall. The decimals are shifting, the percentages are tight. I'm a mathematician working strictly in the night. No sympathy for rookies stepping in the danger zone. You gotta pay the toll if you walking it alone. I tally up the deaths, tally up the casualties, studying the rhythm of the city's tragedies. I keep the ledger balance written in the black ink, standing on the edge but I never even blink. Count the cost, embrace the frost, navigating where the souls are lost. Count the cost, embrace the frost, navigating where the souls are lost. Keep the math clean, never cross the boss. Yeah, keep the math clean, never cross the boss. Yeah, never cross the boss. I divide and conquer, separate the weak links, sitting in the shadow while the opposition thinks. They trying to predict me, analyzing the pattern. I'm orbiting the totally different ring of Saturn. The currency is cold, but the metal is much colder. The weight of the reality is resting on the shoulder. I calculate the angle, calculate the trajectory. I am the director of this urban directory. You fumbling the numbers, making critical mistakes, living in
in a circle filled entirely with snakes. Carry the subtraction right inside the heavy coat, ensuring that the enterprise is managing the float. There is no coincidence, everything is by design. I walk perfectly along the designated line. If the sum doesn't equal, then the problem is removed. The theorem of survival is consistently approved.
Check the numbers. You can't buy loyalty on a discount, and you can't refund betrayal.
Count the cost, embrace the frost. Navigating where the souls are lost. Count the cost, embrace the frost. Navigating where the souls are lost.
Keep the math clean, never cross the bars.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep the math clean, never cross the bars.
Yeah, never cross the bars.
Never cross the bars. Yeah, never cross the bars.
Check the board, move the pawn. Wait it out until the dawn. Check the board, move the pawn. Wait it out until the dawn. Till the dawn, 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 till the dawn.
Yeah, yeah.
Tune in. Tune in. Tune in. Looking at the city like a chessboard game. Pawns move first, chasing after the fame. I'm the king in the back, observing the play. Let the loud ones talk, let them have their day. Hustling on the stoop with a heavy mind, leaving all the childish endeavors behind. Dice hit the pavement, snake eye stare. Life ain't a movie and life ain't fair. Sirens in the distance singing lullabies. I see the cold truth through the alibis. No shiny watches, just impeccable timing. While they falling off, I'm steadily climbing. When the pressure hits, I don't crack the sweat. I just call the bluff and I raise the bet. Hold the frame, move the pawn, wait it out until the dawn. Wait it out until the dawn. Cold gaze, don't phase, cold gaze.
Walking through the fire in a smoky haze.
Move, cold gaze, don't phase, cold gaze.
Navigate the board, master of the maze.
Riding through the avenues, windows rolled up. Sipping on the truth from a styrofoam cup. Fake friends smile with the daggers in hand. I can't read the plot, I can't see the plan. I was in the storm without an umbrella. Now I'm the author, the master storyteller. Right hand drafting up the master script. Left hand making sure the balance don't slip. If they try to trap me, I find a way out. Turn a dead end to a brand new route. They want the fast money, I want the real power. Standing like a gargoyle on the clock tower. When the game gets ugly and the pieces fall, I'm the last one standing leaning on the wall. Listen closely.
Yeah, every move has a consequence. Every dollar bill breaks the innocence. You can't buy time, you can't rent a soul.
Checkmate the devil before he makes a move. Hold the frame, move the pawn, wait it out until the dawn. Wait it out until the dawn. Cold gaze, don't face, cold gaze.
Walking through the fire in a smoky haze.
Move, cold gaze, don't face, cold gaze.
Navigate the board, master of the maze.
I dodge the traps, I dodge the feds. I stay 10 steps ahead of the dreads. No luck involved, just pure strategy. Building up my own legacy. Cold gaze, don't face, cold gaze.
Walking through the fire
in a smoky haze. Cold gaze, don't face, cold gaze.
Navigate the board, master of the maze.
Check the board, check the board, check the board, check the board. Check the board. Check board.
Did you hear that? Shh. Turn the lights off. Just listen.
morning, staring blindly at the ceiling, fighting with a terrifying, paralyzing feeling. The mansion is massive, the security system is tight, but I cannot find a peaceful moment in the dead of night. Every shadow on the wall looks exactly like a ghost of the brothers that I utilized and violently roasted. The money in the safe cannot purchase a minute of sleep. The psychological secrets are incredibly deep. I hear a floorboard creak in the empty hollow hall. I'm grabbing on the loaded weapon hanging on the wall. It's just the wind blowing heavily against the window pane, but the trauma is permanently embedded in the brain. I walk up to the mirror, splashing water on my face, looking at a man who is completely out of his grace. I survived the violent, chaotic, and muddy trench, but I can never wash away the metaphorical stench.
Lock the door, check the blind.
Fighting with the traumatized mind.
Trust nobody,
Not even the silhouette.
living with the unpayable historical debt.
Trust nobody.
Yeah, trust nobody.
You eliminate the enemies, take the heavy golden crown, but the gravity is heavily pulling your spirit down. I'm isolated, trapped inside of the luxurious wealth, sacrificing every ounce of my spiritual health. The sirens in the distance triggering the heavy sweat, a terrifying, unescapable, invisible net. I got a closet full of skeletons, rattling the bones, sitting on the most uncomfortable of the bloody thrones. My friends are either dead or they sitting in the prison cell, leaving me to navigate this beautifully decorated hell. I can't trust the chef, I can't even trust the maid. Every single interaction feels like a deceptive charade. The paranoia is a cancer eating at the holy soul, taking absolute and devastating psychological control. I'm a prisoner of war in the war that I actually won, hiding in the darkness from the brilliance of the sun.
Lock the door, check the blind.
Fighting with the traumatized mind.
Trust nobody,
Not even the silhouette.
living with the unpayable historical debt.
Trust nobody.
Yeah.
I pour a heavy glass of the aged in the dark brown, swallowing the overwhelming anxiety deep down. I realize the ultimate in the devastating truth. I sacrificed the beauty of my innocent youth for a temporary superficial material gain, and now I gotta suffer the psychological pain. I am the warden of my personal mental penitentiary, documenting the downfall in the tragic documentary. I put the weapon down heavily on the mahogany desk, accepting the reality of the absolute grotesque. I gotta find a way to make amends for what I did, trying to resurrect the innocence of the inner kid. I'm donating the millions, trying to balance out the scale, hoping that my spiritual redemption will finally prevail. The dawn is breaking through the curtains, illuminating the room. A solitary king escaping the psychological tomb.
You survived the streets just to fight a war in your own head.
I got everything I ever wanted, so why do I feel so damn empty? I don't even recognize the man looking back at me. Yeah, face yourself. Yeah, look at the kid in the mirror, heavily shining with the gold, living a lifestyle that is beautifully, dangerously bold. I got the city in my palm, the rivals are terrified. My deeply inflated ego is heavily, completely satisfied. I roll through the avenue in the heavily tinted Benz, surrounded by a heavily loyal circle of the friends. We popping the bottle, celebrating the massive wealth, ignoring the damage to our deeply psychological health. I thought the respect was measured by the fear in their eyes, believing the deeply superficial and the fabricated lies. I pushed my family away, said I had to grind alone, building a heavily fortified and an isolated throne. I was invincible, untouched by the universal law, ignorant to the incredibly massive fatal character flaw.
Time is the undefeated champion. It takes the gold and leaves you
with the rust. Stare in the mirror, what do you see? The ghost of the boy that you used to be. The money is loud, but the silence is deep. A heavily devastating promise that you couldn't keep. Yeah, face yourself. Yeah, now I'm looking at the mirror 20 heavily decades late, suffering the consequences of the deeply isolated fate. The gold chains are heavy, but they feel like a metal noose. The deeply psychological demons are heavily running loose. The friends that I had are either buried or in the cell, leaving me to navigate this deeply lonely, luxurious hell. The scars on my face are a deeply permanent reminder of a deeply violent past that is heavily left behind her. I traded my holy soul for a heavily temporary shine, crossing an incredibly irreversible and a dangerous line. If I could talk to the boy that I heavily used to be, I would tell him to deeply and profoundly break free from the illusion of the street, the heavily fabricated power before the incredibly devastating and the final hour. Stare in the mirror, what do you see? The ghost of the boy that you used to be. The money is loud, but the silence is deep. A heavily devastating promise that you couldn't keep. Yeah, face yourself. Let it pour, watch the chrome. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Let it pour, watch the chrome. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Make it home, make it home, make it home. Breathe. Let it pour. Yeah, calm down. Yeah, sitting in the driver's seat watching the wiper blades, thinking about the choices and the sacrifices made. City looks peaceful when it's soaked in the rain, washes all the blood and it numbs all the pain. Neon signs reflecting in the puddles on the street. I'm finding my sanctuary right inside the beat. Ain't nowhere to be, ain't nobody to see. Just a moment of silence for a sinner like me. The hustle never stops, but tonight I take a pause. Tired of the violence and the breaking of the laws. Let the water cleanse the dirt off the chrome. Long way to go, but I'm finally heading home. I don't hold grudges, I let the anger release. The ultimate luxury is in the peace. Keep the window cracked, smell the ozone in the air. Whispering the quiet in the solitary prayer. Let it fall, oh, watch the chrome. Let it pour, navigating through the storm to make it home. Let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Looking for a piece, looking for the bomb. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Let the heavy storm be a healing song. My soul is exhausted from the constant paranoia, trusting nobody, not the judge or the lawyer. Everybody wearing masks, playing different roles, selling out their brothers just to reach their goals. But tonight the rain makes everybody equal. No heroes, no villains, ain't no sequel. Just humans trying not to drown in the flood, trying to keep the water from mixing with the blood. I turn the radio dial, find a classic groove. Let the bass line tell me how I need to move. Sometimes the greatest strength is sitting still, looking out the window, looking at the hill. When the city goes to sleep and the sirens wail, I'm the one who writes the ending to the untold tale. No medals for the change, no parades in the town, just a man pulling himself up from the ground. Listen to the drops, it's the city crying for everything we lost. Wash it clean, start over tomorrow. Let it fall, oh, watch the chrome. Let it pour, navigating through the storm to make it home. Let it pour, let it pour. Navigating through the storm to make it home. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Looking for a piece, looking for the bomb. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Let the heavy storm be a healing song. I seen the era change, I seen the culture shift, but the boom bap beat is my ultimate gift. No living in the past, but I honor the roots. Still walking the path in my Timberland boots. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Looking for a beat, looking for the ball. Keep it calm, ride slow, keep it calm. Let the heavy storm be a healing song. Yeah, let it pour, let it pour, let it pour, let it pour. Let it pour, 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 pour.
Time is a thief, man. It takes everything, but it leaves the ghost behind. Standing alone at heaven's gate.
The engine purring quiet, 2 a.m. on the dash. Memories hitting my brain like a camera flash. I made it out the trench, got a house on the hill, but the ghosts of the block are residing with me still. Looking in the rear view, I see my brother's face, caught up in the system, running in the devil's race. He took the left turn, I took the right path. Now I'm dealing with the guilt and the silent aftermath. Champagne in my glass, but it tastes like the rain. Every victory I celebrate is shadowed by the pain. We used to split a slice of pizza, starving in the cold. Now I'm watching how the hourglass turns us into old. I got survivor's guilt heavy sitting on my chest. Why did I make it out while they laid the rest? I walk through the old block, ghosts on every corner. Feels like I'm the last man, the designated mourner. Pour the glass, feel the weight. They're standing alone at heaven's gate. Pour the glass, feel the weight. Standing alone at heaven's gate. I tell their story so they never truly die. Paint their faces in the clouds in the summer sky. I'm the vessel holding all the untold dreams, stitching up the fabric of the torn apart seams. I made a promise to the mothers crying in the pew that I would do the things that their sons couldn't do. So every single plaque, every dollar that I make is dedicated to the ones asleep that can't wait. Money changed the zip code, money changed the clothes, but it never changes how the bitter story goes. Every time I make a move, I do it for the crew, living out the vision that they never got to view. I wear the custom suit, but I'm scarred underneath, still sleeping with the memories underneath the sheath. It's a heavy burden, but my shoulders built strong. I weave the tragic melodies inside of my song.
They say time heals all wounds. Nah, time just teaches you how to walk. With a limp, I still feel every law.
Pour the glass, feel the weight. Standing alone at heaven's gate. Pour the glass, feel the weight. Standing alone at heaven's gate. Standing alone at heaven's gate.
Rest in peace to the soldiers. I'm carrying the names until we meet again.
They ask how we conquered the city. It's simple. You handle the boardroom, I handle the pavement. Yin and yang, the shield and the pen, the perfectly balanced machine. The most formidable alliance that the city ever seen. Drop it heavy, heavy. Drop it heavy, heavy. Drop it heavy,
hustle inside the street, ensuring the opposition suffers the ultimate defeat. I walk through the deeply terrifying, dangerous block so you can securely pick the corporate financial lock. When the rival syndicates try to heavily interfere, I instantly manifest a deeply historical fear. I keep the deeply parasitic vultures completely away so you can beautifully orchestrate the monumental play. I don't wear the custom suits, I wear the heavy fatigue, operating exclusively in the underground league. My hands are heavily calloused from the physical war. I am the deeply impenetrable, heavily bolted door. You never have to heavily, deeply worry about your back, cause I'm heavily anticipating the sudden attack. I take the physical damage, absorbing the brutal blows, while you perfectly calculating how the revenue flow. Watch the back, build the front, surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. Watch the back, build the front, surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. I am the intellectual architect drafting the plan, evolving from a heavily corner hustler to a businessman. I sit in the heavily decorated, isolated room, writing the deeply unadulterated financial doom of the heavily corrupt executive trying to steal our art. I'm deeply heavily tearing their legal contracts apart. I multiply the heavily accumulated massive wealth, protecting my deeply historical generational health. I deeply recognize I couldn't beautifully successfully build if you didn't fiercely protect the heavily dangerous field. You taking the heavily physical, deeply historical risk so I can heavily press the magnificent platinum disc. We are the heavily intertwined, undeniably identical coin, the most incredibly beautifully executed strategic join. The street and the boardroom heavily merging into one. We heavily shining brighter than the deeply magnificent sun. I heavily clear the path in the terrifying dark. I heavily draft the blueprint and leave the holy mark. I deeply heavily eradicate the physical threat. I deeply heavily calculate the monumental net. Nobody heavily disrespects the deeply historical crew, providing a heavily unadulterated beautiful view. The yin and the yang heavily conquering the town. We deeply heavily wearing the crown. Watch the back, build the front, surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. Watch the back, build the front, surviving the heavily orchestrated hunt. Watch the back. Get the front.
Find your role, player part when together.
The shield, the boardroom.
I handle the pavement, yin and yang.
The loudest one in the room
is the weakest one in the room. Watch your mouth, the loudest. Everybody got a camera, everybody got a script, everybody want a piece of the championship. Typing on the internet, flexing for the gram, but they fold like paper when they in the real jam. I come from an era where the silence was a vow, where you didn't need an audience to take a bow. The real kings operate in the absolute blue. I keep my circle tight like a hangman's knot. I don't broadcast the moves, I just execute the plot. If you know, then you know, ain't no need to explain. A silent assassin in the pouring rain. I sit back in the cut, observing the play, watching how the fake kings slowly decay. They chasing after clout, I'm securing the base. I run a marathon, they just running in place. Keep it mute. Watch the crowd. Real moves are never loud. Keep it mute. Keep it mute. Watch the crowd. Real moves are never loud. Keep it mute. Keep it mute. Watch the crowd. I don't need the validation of 1 million views. I'm the one who writes the headlines for the evening news. A stoic in the chaos, a pillar in the storm. I broke them all before they even gave it a form. Got my mind on the objective, hands on the wheel. Only trust the mathematics and the cold hard steel. Watch the lips move, listen to the heartbeat. I can smell the fear bleeding out onto the street. Don't say a word, let them hang themselves. Keep your secrets locked away on the dusty shelves. They measure a man's worth by the ice on his wrist. I measure a man's worth by the strength of his fist. Not the one that throws punches, but the one holding the pen, rewriting the narrative for the forgotten men. No no snitching, no preaching, just the rawest of facts. Every syllable I spit is covering the cracks. Rap, 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 rap. Wanna put in the work, watch the crowd, yeah. Beat the view. When I'm putting the work, real moves are never loud. Keep it mute, keep it mute. Watch the crowd. Keep it mute. Watch the crowd. Keep it mute. Real moves are never loud. Move in silence. Let the success make the noise. Watch them out.
They want us to destroy each other. But true power is construction. Listen and learn.
I used to look at the block like a battlefield, holding on to the steel, thought it was a shield. But every brother that fell was a lesson learned. Watching the bridges we needed get slowly burned. I took a step to the back, analyzed the maze, saw the puppet master pulling strings in the haze. They want us locked in the cellar, locked in the box. So I traded the hammer in for the building blocks. Ain't no honor in dying for a zip code. I'm paving out a brand new conscious road. Got the ink on my fingers instead of the blood. Growing a concrete lotus right out of the mud. We fighting over corners that we don't even own, while the politicians sitting on a comfortable throne. I put the pistol in the river, let the water wash the sin. Traded hollow point bullets for a notebook in the pen. Build the block, watch the clock, turning every stumbling stone into a solid rock. Build the block, watch the clock, turning every stumbling stone into a solid rock. My vocabulary shifting, my posture is straight. I ain't waiting for luck, I'm orchestrating my fate. Talking real estate numbers on the corner store, teaching the younger generation how to settle the score. Without raising the fist, without pulling the trigger, making the community and the intellect bigger. When the sirens are screaming, I remain in the quiet. A calm meditation in the midst of a riot. I'm reading Sun Tzu, applying tactics to the block, turning every stumbling stone into a solid rock. They keep us distracted with the shiny diamond chains, while they quietly extracting every drop inside our veins. I walk through the trenches in the tailored suit of armor, not a soldier anymore. I'm the intellectual farmer, planting seeds of revolution in the concrete crack. Once you elevate your mind, ain't no turning back.
You can't fight a war if you don't know who the enemy is.
The enemy ain't your brother. This the system. This the system. Build the block. Watch the clock. Turning every stumbling stone into a solid rock. Build the block. Watch the clock. Turning every stumbling stone into a solid rock. Build the block.
Build the foundation.
Leave a legacy. Yeah, we write it. Build the block. Rewrite it. Rewrite it.
You pull that trigger, you think you're ending his life, but you're ending yours too. There's two sides to every barrel.
Yeah. 16 years old with a heart full of heavy rage, trapped like an animal inside a concrete cage. They took my brother, left him bleeding on the avenue. Now I'm gripping on the steel, figuring what I gotta do. The streets whispering my name, demanding a retaliation, fueling the anger of a deeply broken generation. I'm walking through the night, looking for the opposition, blinded by the vengeance, ignoring the intuition. I see him on the corner, standing under the light. My finger on the trigger, getting ready for the fight. I think this bullet is gonna instantly bring me peace, but the cycle of the violence is never gonna cease.
A life for a life, but the math never adds up. When the smoke clears, everybody loses.
Two sides of the barrel, one tragic end, losing an enemy and losing a friend. The system is laughing while we bleeding in the street. Wake up from the nightmare, accept the defeat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Break the cycle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Break the cycle. Now flip the script, look at the aftermath of the scene. A mother screaming loud in the devastating routine. She picking out a casket instead of a graduation suit, harvesting the bitter and the unforgiving fruit. The boy you shot had a daughter who was barely 3. Now she's growing up fatherless in the community, and you sitting in the cell facing 25 to life, adding to the generational and historical strife. The judge hits the gavel, the prosecutor smiles. Another statistic added to the penitentiary files. We fighting each other, doing the oppressor's dirty work, while the real enemies heavily and quietly lurk. Put the weapon down, brother, pick up a different tool before you drown entirely in the deeply bloody pool. One tragic end, losing an enemy and losing a friend. The system is laughing while we bleeding in the street. Wake up from the nightmare, accept the defeat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Break the cycle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Break the cycle.
Put the guns down. We are our own worst enemy. But you're ending yours too. There's two sides to every barrel.
Hold the line, keep it cold, hold, 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 hold. Never fold, watch the story get unrolled. Hold the line, keep it cold, never fold, watch the story get unrolled. Keep it cold, keep it cold.
Yeah, listen up. Stepping through the shadows where the pavement cracks, carrying the weight of the city on my back. Hoodie pulled down to cover up the eyes. I can see the truth hiding right behind the lies. Grew up in the dirt where the loyalties fade. Every single move is a calculated trade. I don't run with the loud, they the first to fall. I just watched the entire game leaning on the wall. Got the pocket full of lessons from the older heads. Navigate safely where the average angel treads. When the pressure starts to rise, I don't break a sweat. Every time I play the hand, I secure the bet. If they try to cross the boundary, I hold my ground. I'm a ghost in the system, never make a sound.
Keep it tight, oh. Hold the line, never fall, watch the story get unrolled.
Never fold, never fold.
Watch the story get unrolled.
Silent move, don't slip, silent move. Mind is sharp, but the block is so cold. Silent move, don't slip, silent move. Don't say a word, let the secret stay untold.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Riding through the avenue, looking at the street, feeling all the rhythm in the heavy boom bap beat. Lost a couple brothers to the system in the cell. Now I'm just a survivor walking through the hell. I built a thick armor from the disrespect. Every single move I make is highly correct. They want the fast money, I want the respect. I'm the architect, building what you project. If a deal goes south, I don't lose my cool. I just rewrite the law, I don't play the fool. When the dawn breaks and the shadows hide, I'm the sole survivor with the quiet pride. Left hand hand on the wheel, right hand on the grind, leaving all the fake love and the snakes behind. Keep it tight, oh.
Hold the line, never fold. Watch the story get on roll.
Never fold, never fold.
Watch the story get on roll.
Silent move, don't slip, silent move. Mind is sharp, but the block is so cold. Silent move, don't slip, silent move. Don't say a word, let the secret stay untold. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen the fake love, I seen the snake bite. I keep my vision clear in the darkest night. No begging for favors, no bending the knee. Just the raw truth of the reality.
Hold the line. Don't slip. Lock.
Silent move. Silent move. Mind is sharp, but the block is so cold. Silent move. Don't slip, silent move. Don't say a word, let the secret stay untold. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hold the line.
Yeah, they kept me in that room for 12 hours. Thought I was gonna break. I didn't give them a single syllable. They can lock the physical body in the heavy steel, but they can never unlock the loyalty that I feel. Bring the drums in. Bring the drums in.
They put the handcuffs on me in the back of the car. Told me my final destination was incredibly far. They put the bright light heavily into my tired face, trying to force me to surrender and accept the disgrace. The detective was smiling, placing the deal on the wood, saying you sold me out, escaping the violent hood. But I know the psychology, the manipulative test, trying to plant a seed of doubt inside of my chest. I looked them dead in the eye, didn't utter a word, the loudest silence that the precinct had ever heard. I'd rather rot in a cell, isolated and blind, and leave my deeply loyal underground brother behind. We took an oath in the alley, cutting the palm of their hand, a deeply spiritual bond. They will never understand. You hold the fort on the outside, secure the estate, while I am stoically accepting this undeniable fate.
Swallow the key, bite the tongue, keeping the song of the loyal unsung. Swallow the key, bite the tongue, keeping the song of the loyal unsung.
I got the call in the midnight, heard they took you away. I immediately contacted the lawyers without a delay. They trying to build a narrative, trying to fabricate lies, but they can't penetrate the brotherhood's heavy disguise. I'm locking down the perimeter, securing the stash, hiding the documents, completely burying the cash. If they think they can use you to get directly to me, they underestimating the power of the family tree. I'm making sure your mother got the food on the plate while you navigating the treacherous governmental gate. We communicated heavily without making a sound, a deeply invisible network, completely underground. Is searching for the evidence, looking for the cracks, but we flawlessly covering each other's historical backs. No cooperation, no statements, absolutely no deals. Operating strictly on the unadulterated reels. The interrogation room is a mental attack. I got the lawyers on the outside watching your back. I didn't give them a syllable, didn't give them a name. We flawlessly navigating their historical game. The loyalty is a currency that they cannot buy. We looking the manipulative system straight in the eye. I swallow the heavy key, burying the absolute truth, protecting the generational legacy of the youth.
Swallow the key, swallow the key, bite the tongue. Swallow the key, swallow the key, swallow the key, bite the tongue.
The interrogation room is a mental attack. I got the lawyers on the outside watching your back. I didn't give 'em a syllable, didn't give 'em a name. We flawlessly navigating the historical game. The loyalty is a currency that they cannot buy. We look in the manipulative system straight in the eye. I swallow the heavy key, burying the absolute truth, protecting the generational legacy of the youth.
Swallow the key, bite the tongue, keeping the song of the loyal unsung. Swallow the key, bite the tongue, keeping the song of the loyal unsung. The code is silence. Real brothers take the secret to the grave. No snitching, no folding. We out. Bring the drums in.
Something ain't right. The street is too quiet. Keep the engine running. Hand me the steel. Midnight on the docks, the fog is rolling heavy in. Meeting with the connect to commit a heavy sin. Got the briefcase sitting right there on the passenger seat. Feeling the sudden drop in my regular heartbeat. Looking at the rear view, studying the shadow play. Something is telling me to put it in reverse and drive away. The street lights flickering, casting an illusion. My gut is telling me it's a tactical intrusion. Usually the spot is crowded, tonight it's a ghost town. I roll the window down, trying to catch a single sound. I see a silhouette standing right next to the wall, holding the cell phone, making a silent little call. My hand slowly gripping on the handle of the tool. I survived this long because I ain't a damn fool. I put the car in drive, getting ready to escape. I'm breaking out the boundaries of this geographical shape.
Get down! It's a setup! Drive, drive, drive!
Bullets tearing through the metal, hitting on the leather seats, echoing across the silence of the empty city streets. I kick the door open, rolling out onto the ground, returning the fire, unloading every single round. Sparks flying off the concrete, lighting up the dark, igniting the explosion from a tiny little spark. I'm diving under cars, crawling right through the debris, trying to survive the catastrophic tragedy. They coming from the left, they coming from the right. I'm fighting for my life in the middle of the night. I reload the clip, pop up and let it spray, making sure the enemies are standing far away. I grab the briefcase, straighten toward the alley-cade, escaping from the jaws of a devastating fate. I hop over the fence, landing in the muddy dirt, checking my anatomy to see if I am hurt. The sirens approaching, the cavalry is on the way. I vanish in the fog, living for another day. The adrenaline is pumping, burning like a heavy fire, walking on the razor thin suspended metal wire. I made it out, but they knew exactly where I was gonna be. There was only 3 people who knew about this location. Me, the Connect, and my own blood brother. It was you. You set me up, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Cut the ties, recognize. Looking through the devil's eyes. Cut the ties, recognize. Looking through the devil's eyes. Recognize.
Let's get it. Echoes in the warehouse, standing all alone. Built this whole operation strictly on my own. Cold breeze blowing through the shadow in the pain. Nothing but the music of the freezing winter rain. People want a piece of you when you at the top. When you're hitting rock bottom, watch how quick they drop. Keep the circle like a dot, 0 in the radius. Dealing with the fakes makes a real man nauseous. Grew up in the basement, planning out the ice. Had to sacrifice the youth, had to pay the price. No emotions on the surface, locked inside a vault. If somebody cross me, it's their own damn fault. When the conversation starts, I keep it to a minimum, moving like a phantom through this street continuum.
Stay sharp!
Recognize, looking through the devil's eyes. Looking through the devil's eyes. Heart numb, stay cold, heart numb. Vision so clear, don't show a drop of fear. Heart numb, stay cold, heart numb. Watch the empire build, watch the story unfold. Yeah. Checking on the stash box, hidden in the flow. Always keep an exit plan right behind the door. Paranoia creeping up, sitting on my shoulder. Every year I survive, my heart gets a little colder. I was betrayed by the ones who broke the daily bread. Now I keep the conversation strictly in my head. One hand on the burner when I'm sleeping in the bed. Living by the letters of the words I never said. If the empire crumbles, I don't look for blame. I just strike a match and rebuild it from the flame. They want the spotlight, I want the shadows back. want the anonymity, you're moving off the track. When the dawn breaks through and the shadows retreat, I'm the undisputed phantom of this bloody street.
Trust is a luxury I can't afford. Every friend is a potential enemy.
Keep the distance, keep the power. Yeah, that's the rule. Stay sharp. Oh, recognize, looking through the devil's eyes.
Looking through the devil's eyes.
Heart numb, stay cold. Heart numb, vision so clear, don't show a drop of fear. Heart numb, stay cold. Heart numb, watch the empire build, watch the story unfold.
Yeah, yeah.
I sing the daggers in the dark, I sing the poison wine. I just read the blueprints and I hold the line. No apologies given, no mercy on display. Just a solitary man walking down his own way. Heart numb, stay cold. Heart numb, the vision so clear, clear. Heart numb, stay cold. Heart numb, watch the empire build, watch the story unfold. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cut the tide, cut the tide, cut the tide, cut the tide, cut the tide,
Cut the tide, cut the tide, cut the tide. Everybody wants the fast money. Fast money. Everybody wants the fast money.
play the long game, stack the chips.
Silence on the money making lips.
Play the long game, stack the chips.
Silence on the money making lips.
No flashing, no shine, just the power grips. No flashing, no shine, just the power grips.
Yeah, keep it quiet.
I see him on the corner flashing the heavy roll. Mortgage in the future, selling off their holy soul. Driving rented cars, wearing the rented chains. Got a pocket full of singles and the deficit of brains. They living for the weekend, they living for the gram. But when the feds arrive, they the first to squill and scram. I'm sitting in the back observing the tragic play, knowing they ain't gonna last to see another sunny day. I play the long game, the marathon, not the sprint. I'm moving in the shadows without leaving the footprint. I take the slow profit, I build the solid base. I don't participate in the rat and the mouse race. Patience is a weapon, time is a heavy sword. I'm collecting all the dividends and building up the horde. While they celebrating loudly, I'm quietly investing, preparing for the storm when the universe is testing.
Play the long game, stack the chips. Silence on the money making lips.
Play the long game, stack the chips.
Silence on the money making lips.
No flashing, no shine, just the power grips. No flashing, no shine, just the power grips.
Yeah, keep it quiet.
They call me old-fashioned, they say I'm moving too slow. But they don't understand the heavy undertow. The tortoise in the hair, the street version of the tale. The flashy ones inevitably end up in the jail. I'm reading up on real estate, checking on the stocks, while they debating who is the hardest on the blocks. I buy the whole building, they renting out the room. I'm planting down the seeds, they sweeping with the broom. It's a difference in the mindset, the difference in the view. I'm operating heavily with the selected few. If a deal takes a year, I wait exactly 12 months. I don't jeopardize the mission by performing silly stunts. The empire is built brick by meticulous brick, avoiding all the traps and the governmental trick. When the dust finally settles and the flashy ones are gone, I'm the only one remaining to witness the new dawn.
And it didn't fall in a day. Either build it right. Silence on the money making lips.
Play the long game, stack the chips.
Silence on the money making lips.
No flashing, no shine, just the power grips. No flashing, no shine, just the power grips.
Yeah, keep it quiet. Everybody. Keep it quiet.
There comes a time when you have to put the sword down. Surviving the war was step one. Now,
It's time to actually live.
back to backs. Turn the key.
I packed the duffel bag, toss it in the trunk, leaving behind the alleys in the city junk. I look death in the eye too many times to count, watching the paranoia and the anxiety mount. I seen the bravest soldiers put inside the dirt. I'm walking away before I get a permanent shirt. No grand announcements, no shaking of the hands, just the quiet disappearance to the distant lands. I leave the crown on the table, let them fight for the throne. I'm stepping out the matrix, entering the unknown. They say once you in, you can never get out, but I'm the living proof. Shattering the doubt, I put the car in drive, rolling down the glass, watching all the landmarks of my history past. It's a bittersweet feeling, but my spirit is light, escaping from the darkness straight into the bright.
Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny.
The highway,
turn the key down.
the highway stretching out, nothing but the open road. Lifting off the heavy psychological load. My phone is turned off, disconnected from the grid, leaving behind the man and rescuing the kid. I traded the hollow points for the peace of mind. The violence and the chaos is 50 miles behind. I'm heading for the coast, where the ocean is blue, to figure out a life that is beautiful and new. It takes a bigger man to walk away from the fight, to surrender the ego and step into the light. I survived the golden era, navigated the trap. Now I'm completely wiping off the geographical map. Let the young bloods battle for a corner of hell. I'm breaking out the psychological invisible cell. The sunrise hitting on the dashboard of the ride. A solitary man with a quiet sense of pride.
But the hardest thing for a soldier to do is learn how to be a civilian. I'm finally breathing.
Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny. Pack the bags, turn the key, walking towards a brand new destiny.
Next chapter, I'm out. Next chapter, next chapter.